this world. I am a god. I am superhuman. I am an almighty being. I have total domination over my life. I have total control of my greatest authority. I am the one true supreme God. I am an ultimate force of being. I am the greatest power in the universe. I have all the power of this world. I rule my mind and my own being. I have control and authority of my being. I can do anything. I am heavily respected. I dominate this world. I am the Almighty God. I am worthy and richly valuable. I create my image in my own image. I accept the best of life. I am a winner of life. I see myself as a triumphant warrior. I see myself as a heroic God. There is a champion inside me. I was born to win. I am victorious in all things. Excellence is my heart and in my mind.
Yes.
Victory is all that I see.
Mm-hmm.
I feed my mind with constant positivity.
Yes, sir.
I am the most powerful. I am an alchemist. I
Mm.
am consciously superior. I activate my supreme in every situation. I have total domination.
The journey of self-love. The journey of self-empowerment. Stay on this journey. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of Men Superpower Live. Remember, self-discipline, self-mastery is your superpower. Here I am again, talking to y'all, coming with a very hot topic, very juicy topic actually. A topic that could, I don't want to say woo-woo, it's not woo-woo, but some guys may run away from it. Some guys may not be ready to venture into that uncharted waters, into that uncharted territory. But somebody has to speak the truth. Somebody has to put it out there. And who's better qualified for that than somebody who's lived it, who's learned it, experienced it, and lived it. And that's me for now. So welcome to the show. We have a few guys on. Thank you for the likes so far. Appreciate it. Hopefully we don't have any interruption. Kind of looks like our internet quality is not at its best right now, but we'll keep going. We'll keep going. I do have a guest in the house for a second time. Last time we had some technical difficulties, and we were only able to do an audio interview. But today he is actually on the video. He's right here in the guest studio waiting to go live with me, baby. And we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk about female nature, masculinity, perhaps addiction recovery, life force retention, all the good stuff that we talk about here on this show, on this show and on this channel. So get ready for it. Who's in the house with me? Anybody that I know, any regulars? There we go. That's better. Any regular in the house. Let me know if you're here. Hey, favorite guest, can you hear me? I think my stream got interrupted for a second. Do you need to call back? Because I don't think you're still here. If you're watching, I think you may need to call back. Oh, I see you. I think you're here. There you go. I think you're here. We're gonna come on in a minute. I think I see you. Yeah, just take your position. I can't hear you yet, but just take your position. And so we want to talk about what I call responsible dating, creative dating. That is, you are in the situation and you're the one creating it. It's conscious dating. It's creative dating. You know what's going on between you and that woman, and you take responsibility to affect her properly to achieve the things that you want to achieve. It's got to be honest with you. The female is all over the place. She's distracted. She's unfocused. She's in her emotions. Her emotions dictate her behaviors. If you are not stable enough to control that, if you are not stable enough to know what to do to help you have a better, there we go. If you're not positioned where you can have, are you back, my brother? I think you should be here, right? Hang on. Say something. See if I can hear you. Boss at home, can you hear me? Hang on. Hang on, my brother. We're gonna come on. Give me 1 second. Let's see if you're right here in this studio. All right. Say something. Hang on a second, bro. We were good, weren't we? Can you hear me though? What's at home? Can you hear me? Because I can't hear you actually. Is your phone muted? Can you check to see? I think we are having some technical difficulties. We were good earlier. I think the stream got interrupted. Now I can't hear your audio at all. All right. So let's come back here. Call me back, brother. And then we'll come back on. So we're going to talk about dirty tips and tricks to train a woman's mind for submission. It's not bad. There we go. Let's pick up that phone call. All right. So let's assign. All right. And all right, there we go.
There we go. There we go.
There we go. Just prop that phone for me and let's go and chop it up. We have a couple of guys in the house. All right, let's go to our guest studio. There we go. There we go. Boss at home in the house for a second time. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you being here. You are a man that I actually like, although we have not had much personal interaction like one-on-one, but we've talked, we've interacted online. Our energies have connected, like we were saying offline. Energies don't lie. Whatever they say, believe them.
That's right.
And go with them. So Merca called you that one time. So how have you been, man? Talk to us.
Oh, I've been absolutely wonderful, man. Life is beautiful. Everything is happening just the way I'm looking forward to it. Life is a great adventure, especially when you're on SR, brother.
Amen. Amen. That SR
Yes, sir.
is our salvation. I like to say SR is my salvation. Everything that I am, well, if I'm able to even be behind this mic right now, it's because of SR. That's
right.
If I have composure, I had a little issue towards this the morning. I was on the phone with someone, something happened. I was still able to go to sleep and still get my sleep in, that peace of mind, that ability to just be like, oh well, all is well. I need to get some sleep. I guess I'll deal with it tomorrow. And here I am, hosting the show, not rushing, trying to fix that issue. Although I got a text message, I'm like, well, I got a show to do. When I'm done, I guess I'll attend to that. As opposed to in the past, that whatever happened this morning would have determined how my day went. It would have determined whether I fell asleep or not. And maybe I probably would have canceled whatever I had going on. But now we are strong. We are powerful.
Yeah.
We are focused. We are grounded. We love ourselves. We are on purpose. We are on a mission. And so no matter what happens, we're going to find that courage. We're going to dig deeper from inside and pull something out. Pull something from nothing. Pull something out of nowhere and manifest and be like, I still got to do this. I still have a life to live. I'm still the creator. I'm still the man in power. I'm still the man in power. My position is a powerful one. I'm still sitting on the throne.
Yes. That's right.
And so I can't give up. I can't give up no matter what. It's beautiful when you can participate in creating your own reality. It's beautiful when you can be present enough to know which route to take, what action to take. It's a wonderful thing. So who else is in the house, guys? Any regulars? So we're gonna talk a little bit about our understanding of female nature and how to deal with a woman to have the best possible interaction with her. I like to say you can't. The devil in relationship, the devil in dealing with a woman is passivity. It's either you or the woman become passive, where either you or both of you, either you, the woman, or both of you become passive, where you're no longer active. For example, even the simple communication of saying okay all the time to something could be bad, because you actually stop expressing yourself. You default to saying okay. The person texts you two sentences and you're like, okay. You text them 2 sentences, they're like, okay. That simple fact of you no longer being as expressive as saying, I see your point, I understand, I'll follow up. Oh, thank you for acknowledging that or expressing that. I got you, I understand you. Or follow up with a question, as opposed to that mindless interaction of okay, gotcha, okay. That affects a relationship, or it affects our dealings with women. And so I have found the best way to deal with a woman is for me to be always aware, to always be on my A game, and maintaining that alpha state that I talk about. You know, that's the time, that's the only time I think I'm at my best to deal with a woman, because as soon as I slip away from that alpha state, then everything goes south from there. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your understanding and experience with dealing with the feminine for success. I see you're smiling. That means you probably have some good stuff coming.
Oh man, I think it's a very amazing thing just to sit and think about these things. If you can sit by yourself and be alone with your
smiling.
thoughts,
that means you probably have some good stuff
coming. It's this is what I learned. Forget everything you saw on TV. Forget everything you saw in the movies. You have to learn to be satisfied with reality. And when it comes to female nature, what I've learned is pay attention to their actions, never their words. And don't get upset when their words don't match up with their actions. You have to learn and accept that the right thing to do is to not get upset, because it's just their nature. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. That's what it is. And once you learn to accept that, I guess that's part of taking that RP, that red pill, as we say. You'll learn to be able to function. You'll be able to function at a much higher level once you accept the nature instead of trying to change the nature, because you're not going to change their nature. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Yeah.
I agree. Tell us a little bit more about.
Go ahead.
I think kind of frozen for a second. Tell us a bit more about the reason that we must not pay attention so much to their words, but to their actions. Or tell us the reasons. I know there's probably a gazillion of them from your perspective.
Gotcha. Well, one of the zillion reasons is, they have an old saying, people vote with their feet. Actions speak louder than words. So just like if somebody was threatening you, if a guy on the street was threatening you all day saying, man, superpower, I'm going to catch you, I'm going to punch you in your jaw. If that's all he's doing is just talking, it doesn't mean anything. But if he actually swings and he connects with your jaw, then you know that guy's serious. So you got to deal with him serious. Same way with female nature. They can say a million different things. They will say a million different things. But words don't mean anything. They're going to vote with their feet. So at the end of the day, you pay attention to their actions. Actions don't lie because your actions come from your heart. And female nature, they're very emotional. So they may say something crazy or something out of the way at that very second. That's how they feel. Doesn't matter if it's right. Doesn't matter if it's rational or fanatical. That's how they feel at that second. That's what they're going to say. But you need to forget all of that. Concentrate on their actions. You deal with everybody, females or males. I deal with the actions.
Very great point. You know what's interesting? I wrote down in my journal recently, because I've been dealing more intimately with a female, more exclusively, more intimately, and I wrote, of course, she's in her emotions. What she says right now, and here's where guys have a lot of problems with women and call women even liars, right? What she says right now, what she promises right now, don't hold on to it, because what she's promising right now, she's doing so because of how she feels right now. Maybe you just gave her some good wood. Maybe she's just excited to be with you in that moment. Maybe she just got paid. Life is good, and she's making promises right now. But 3 months later, your wood stops working because you're still on that PMO. And her job doesn't offer overtime no more. Money's short. And suddenly now she's saying something different. And you're like, whoa, what happened? I thought 3 months ago, this is what you said, and now you're saying this? And she's like, well, I still feel the same about you. Yeah, I still want to be with you. I still love you, but you're like, what? This is two different people. This is crazy. I've had to learn that myself. So tell us a little bit more about when you said you have to learn to accept nature, and then I think you said nurture nature, or if you didn't say that, I'm saying that right now. You have to accept nature. That's her nature. My perspective is accept nature and then nurture nature. Take it away.
Yes. That is, I couldn't have said it. And I want to tell you this. You made me think about this, right? I got a little story in my simpish days, right? Check this out. The young lady I was dealing with, right? We was dating, and she would tell me stuff like, boss at home, I love you so much. I've never met anybody like you. I'll never leave you. You're the only one for me. I'm so in love. I'll never leave you, right? So me being a simp, right? In my simpish days, of course, I believed her.
Right.
So, of course, when we started having friction and we ended up going our separate ways, what did I do in my simpish ways? I'm thinking about what she said. She told me that she would always love me. Right. She told me, hey, boss, I'll be in love with you. And look, and when I brought that up to her, you know what she told me? She said, hey, that was then. When I said that, I really felt that way. But now I feel different. But I didn't understand that. I was a simp.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I understand that at that moment, she meant that. But I shouldn't have held her to that, because why? That's their nature.
That's what
it's not a good thing or a bad thing.
Or a bad thing.
Just a thing.
It's like water. Water gives us life and it takes away life. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. Everything goes back to the universe. Nothing is ever lost. Nothing is ever destroyed. We are energy. Everything just changes from one form to the next, from one degree to the next, one substance to the next. And so that's how we see it. You know, boss at home, I did not begin to have a good grip on my dealings with women until the red pill, until I swallowed I got overdosed on the red pill, basically. And until I began to practice SR and really become rational, the most rational being that I can be.
Yes.
Is that your experience too?
Yes, most definitely. Most definitely. I got the red pill crammed down my throat unexpectedly, brother.
What do you mean unexpectedly?
Yeah. Yes, every man is introduced to their red pill when it's time for them. Some people can take it voluntarily. Some people have to have it forced down their throat. Either way, you are going to encounter this red pill at some point. It'll be up to you whether you're going to swallow that pill or whether you're just going to act like you don't see this big red pill sitting in front of you.
So GMS 144 Lively Stones is saying that he had the same, of course, situation which had him confused at a young age.
Yeah.
Man, you're talking about a young age. I was still confused at 35, 36. I really, my eyes really didn't open at until 37, and I'm 41 now. So really, only 4 years ago. But only does not mean that it's not. It's been a long time, and my game now is strong with women.
Yes.
But I've had to overdose myself on the red pill for a long time. I still take my daily red pill dose, as I advise every guy to take.
Yes. I love it when you say that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Every day I watch content or read something or listen to something, whether it could just be affirmations, it could just be subliminals, it could just be reading a book or watching a small video from Developed Attraction, Corey Rain, Richard Cooper, Rollo, Immortal Minds, Dr. BOA.
Yes.
Some of these guys out there that keep banging that red pill, that keep opening our mouth and dropping tons of it every single day.
Yep.
Every single day. And so
good afternoon to that. Good afternoon. Happy Thursday. Shout out GMS 144 Lively Stones, brother. Shout out to you, brother.
Indeed.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom. And so let's move over and get into some of the discussions.
And when I brought that up to her, you know what she told me? She said, hey, that was then. When I said that, I really felt that way. But now
that's my my phone playing the YouTube live. But it's because I didn't mute it in my system, but we're good now. And so there you go, put you right here. So true story. There we go. True story. A woman once asked me to make her for myself, to make her what she's supposed to be for me. She asked me to train her, and she wasn't no young woman. She said, you got to understand, the woman that you found, the woman who's talking to you right now is not your woman. I've been out there, I've dated, she got married and divorced. She said, those men have made me for them. Every man has something that they like. So the woman that I am right now belongs to one of them. Listen carefully. And if you pay attention to what women tell you, you can get a lot of red pill wisdom from what women tell you. And she said, for example, so-and-so liked me to be this way and that way. And if we did it for 5 years, that's the way I still am. And now you have found me. And I'm still behaving like that. I'm not yours, baby. And now you have a problem with it, where That belongs to him. Now, make me what you want me for yourself. Bro, at first it was like, what WTF you talking about? But then it quickly sank in like, damn, she does have a point.
That's heavy.
That's heavy. She's opening my eyes. And she's essentially saying, take me away. Do what you want to me. Retrain my mind. Retrain my behaviors. Retrain my words.
Wow.
She was telling me to retrain her, to remake her, to make her for me. And that is true, right? A woman,
Goodness.
as I like to say, and give me your opinion on this. I know you were saying it's deep because it. What do you think? Have you had that?
I think what you said right there, that's something almost out of this world, astronomical proportions. For her to even be aware of that fact, first of all, that she's not the woman for you yet, that she's still the woman that these exes had, for her to even be aware that is out of this world, and then to have the transparency to relay that to you, to be comfortable enough and to be knowledgeable enough to relay that to you, that's mind-blowing right there. To me, that's mind-blowing. I never heard of anything like that. That's next level thinking right there.
Yeah.
And shows how powerful SR is, because you attracted that.
Yes.
That's only happening because you are the guy and the man that you are. You made that happen.
Yes.
Man, that's a superpower right there. You are shining a light that we all have inside of us if we're willing to cultivate it. You're testifying to being superhuman. That's what you're doing right now. This is mind-blowing to me.
Yes.
Mind-blowing.
And quite frankly, yeah, yeah.
That's spiritual, man.
It is. Goodness
gracious.
I've learned a lot.
But to submit to you.
Yes. She asked me to teach her to submit to me, because
Goodness gracious.
she feels like, and it was true, she is not my woman. She is the woman of whomever she has been with, because some men, older men, that is, like myself now, train their women. And that's what I'm talking about, training the woman. We train the woman. We don't just be with her and expect that everything is gonna be all right. No, we take control and become very involved in making her what she's supposed to be to help our relationship. And so I like to say this, and you tell me what you think. I like to say a woman is a blank canvas. She becomes what you paint on her. A woman is a blank canvas. She becomes what you paint on her. She becomes the images, thoughts, ideas you hold of her in your consciousness. A woman is the reflection of your own consciousness. She behaves according to your deep-seated fears, insecurities, self-talk, self-esteem, desires, and aspirations. I believe this to the core, bro. I have realized,
straight up facts,
when it comes to energy and consciousness, a woman is your lower self. She is the self that you don't want to be anymore, that you have left behind, that you don't want to deal with, That's the self that she's reflecting back to you. Meanwhile, you are her higher self. You are the inspiration, or you may be the inspiration she's looking up to. Like I said yesterday on the live, a woman wants a man that she feels less than. That means she looks up to him and he is her higher self. She is saying, if I can only achieve 25% of your willpower, I'll be good. If I can only master myself 25% like you, I'll be good. So once I understood that dynamic between a man and a woman, I realized, oh, that's why dealing with her gives you so much problems, because she's reminded you of your fears, your insecurities, your pains, your negativity, your low self-esteem, your negative self-image. She reminds you of those things, and whatever she says and behaves like, those things hit you hard, and now you get angry, and now you're triggered because she is your lower self. She is the self that you don't want no more. She is the self that you've left behind. If she tells you a lie, you're like, man, I've left lies behind a long time ago. I've grown. I operate in truth. And now you're telling me a lie. I'm triggered. I'm mad now.
Yes.
Take it away. Yes.
Yeah.
And so, just like the woman says, make me what you want me for yourself. I'm from Haiti. I grew up in an era where men trained women. Men trained their women to be who they want them to be, to serve them according to that men idiosyncratic situations. Look, man, I like when you talk to me this way. You know, I like when you do this. I like when it's like that. That other thing over there, don't worry about it. I don't care about it. The other men cared about it, but I don't care about it. Here's what I'm going to do. Here is what I put emphasis on. Like, for example, dealing with women, I always tell them, I don't care your intentions. Don't tell me, well, I still want you. I still see us together. Don't tell me about that. Show me the action. Yeah, that other sucker over there cared a lot about words. He wanted to hear you say a lot of words. I don't care about the words. Show me the money. Show me the action.
Yes. Truth. That is true. And you know what? You make
Go ahead.
me, I always remember to my simpish days. When I was a simp, I put weight into women's words. I wanted to hear those words. I thought that words meant something. Oh my goodness. Once you take that red pill, that red pill clears up everything. Once you can, like you said, I like you when you say take your daily dose. I take my daily doses, brother. Keep me up to par.
Yeah. Yeah. I take my daily dose. And so a woman, for you guys listening, is a blank canvas. You have to paint on her. You have to make her what you want her to be. What if I told you a woman's behavior towards you is always in alignment with your state of consciousness? What would you say? A woman's treatment of you is always in direct proportion of your deep-seated thoughts, ideas, self-conception, self-esteem, self-worth. What if I told you that? What if I told you that the next woman you're gonna meet will treat you according to the way you feel about yourself today, not yesterday, today? Because for us at home, you know, our thoughts radiate powerfully. Our thoughts are literal units of energy, magnetic energy. They go out there and they affect society. They affect people. They communicate for us before we even show up. Okay? They communicate for us before we even show up.
Good afternoon, Jay Boss.
Jay Boss, what up? Thanks for being in the house again, man. 2 weeks strong with SR. You feel great. Hey, good, man. Let's do it. You deserve it. It's not an easy journey.
Yeah.
If you're on it,
Right.
we acknowledge it. Drink a lot of water, bro. Drink massive amount of water, but water still may not still save you from the headaches. The headaches are really your body reacting to the level of toxins depleted, going away out of your body. When you ain't got food in your system, your body is going crazy. Just like when you're on SR, you don't want to release that energy, your body is going crazy. You have to understand anything that you're doing that's out of the normal, out of the physiological imperative or out of the evolutionary imperative. That means you're doing your own thing because the body wants food, but now you don't want to give it food. You're doing your own thing. You stepped out of the evolutionary / biological and physiological imperative. The body now will act up, of course, because it's a system. Once one part is not working in the system, the whole system is affected. And so drink a lot of water, pee a lot. Don't hold the pee. Don't worry about, you don't want to drink water because you don't want to pee. Bro, when I'm fasting and when I'm doing a colon cleanse, I stay in the bathroom. It's self-love. For that one day, do it. Drink a lot of water. The water may not still take away the headaches because the headaches are really due to the fact that the movement of the toxins in your body. When you're not eating, the toxins in your body now are going away, and that's why you need to drink water to flush them out. It's really the movements of the toxins in your body that's causing that headache. Keep at it. In fact, obviously you're not well versed, experienced with fasting, but by the third day, for those of us who have gone longer, all that subsides. No more headaches, no more hunger, no more weakness. We're good. We're just numb to life. It feels like we're numb. We're wide awake, but we're numb. We have no desire. We don't want food. We don't want sex. We don't want to talk to nobody. Dude, I'm telling you, fasting is powerful. And if you can get past that 3-day mark, you will realize every ill that you feel in the first day, second day, third day, they subside. And that's when you enter the real era, the real stage of power, the real area where you're on your way to become a god. But yeah, bro, drink a lot of water. And like I said, it may not still take it away. You're probably going to have to live with that. But the water would take some of it away and then keep peeing to flush out those toxins, because the toxins are exactly what's causing the headache. And so, yeah. What's your idea of a woman being a blank canvas?
I think it was real, but it's very funny that you brought that up, because 2 seconds before you made that statement, that's exactly what I was thinking in my mind, and then you said it. I think that that's the only way that we were intended to live our lives, is with us being the painters, if you will, and the women being a canvas. But the way this society is now, I mean, you could be on here doing a 24-hour-a-day live talking about how out of place things are.
Yes.
But for a man to operate at his natural state and the woman to operate at her natural state, you are the artist, she's the canvas. She's the clay, you are the sculptor.
Yes, sir.
She's ready to be made. She was put there to be made into what you need her and want her to be. Beautiful thing when it actually works that way. Because society, we got everything in this society fighting against you being the artist and her being the canvas. Society will tell her that she can be the artist and you can be the canvas. And that's,
God forbid, we rebuke that devil.
Walk on their head. Yeah, the devil.
We rebuke that.
But it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing to see things operate in their correct manner. That's why when you said that woman came to you and she told you she wanted to make her and mold her into what you want her. Oh man, that's the life right there. That's what life is supposed to be about. You made that happen.
Yes.
That she's proven what you say.
Yeah.
Work on yourself, do work, do semen retention, focus on yourself. You're going to bring these things to you. They're going to be attracted to you.
Mm-hmm. Now,
people,
J Boss,
chances, opportunities.
J Boss, about the fasting. Now you have to look up studies and not studies. You have to research further. You can't just drop in and do a 3-day fast. Your body's not going to cooperate. You have to start with a half day, like 6 to 12, and then all the way to 6 p.m. several times, like months sometimes, because your body will not cooperate. You may even find yourself eating without knowing it, or you may find yourself feeling like you're about to faint. And since you're about to faint, it'll be that you need to eat, but really it's because your brain is messing with you. You don't know that. So you need that training. You need to ease your way in. Now, I can drop everything and do a 3-day fast, of course, because I've been doing this for a long time, my brother. But nevertheless, just like SR, I still get the same challenges. Every food smells better now. Every restaurant now, I see them. I mean, I'm telling you, everything looks good. Just like on SR, everything round looks well-rounded. And it's the same thing. I still get the same. I can smell food in my car. Like I'm nowhere near no restaurant, and this potent smell of food is right here because it's in the brain. Really, it's in the brain. Just like SR, I remember in my early stage, I would hear movements. I would hear scenarios of people being intimate in my ear, like it's a loud noise, like she's screaming and he's pounding. I'm like, where's this? Because obviously it's not out here, but it's here. It's so loud. It was trying to push me back towards it. It was trying to bring me in, call me in. The devil came for me. So it's the same thing for fasting. Man, you can wake up in the middle of the night and walk to the kitchen, start eating, and don't realize it until you're full and you're back to bed. You're like, whoa. What just happened? I ate. I ate. Oh my God, I broke my fast. I ate. Yeah, it has happened. So do your research, watch a lot of videos, and take it easy and ease your way. Guess what? Even a half day of fast is still powerful, bro. It's very powerful. In fact, in the church, the regular fasting is half day. People go to the church about 9 a.m. and they break fast at 1 p.m. Really? It's only the masters, people who really want to master themselves, who go a whole day and several days and 7 days and stuff. You understand? What is fasting? Merca. Fasting is staying away from food for some time. The same thing that you do when you go to sleep. When you go to sleep, you fast. As far as the fasting definition goes, when you go to bed, you fast. And that's why we call breakfast. It's really 2 words, breaking the fast. Yep. What is the fast? The sleep time. Your sleeping time was a fast because you weren't eating. And now that you wake up, you're going to break that fast by eating something in the morning. That's what it is. Yep. Now, people have taken fasting further. You can fast sex. You can fast dopamine. That is, you stay in a dark room, no noise, nothing. You're just letting your dopamine levels balance themselves out. You can also fast technology now, the phone, social media, talking to people. But originally, fasting was just purely physical and food related. And so, how to train or retrain a woman? Stay in your kingdom while keeping her in her domain. And
Nice.
the kingdom that I'm talking about here is your own alpha state. That state of powerful self-confidence, a strong sense of direction, and an indomitable willpower.
That's right. That's right. Paramount.
Yes. That's your kingdom.
Yeah.
You have to stay in that alpha state. You have to stay in your kingdom to maintain that polarity of energy where you remain the most masculine and she has no choice but to be the most feminine. And what I said, while keeping her in her domain, what's her domain? Emotions and feelings. That's a woman's domain. Keep her there while staying in your own kingdom, bro. Do you know you can you can keep a woman in her emotions by just saying something very unsure and uncertain, and that's gonna flare up her emotions, and that's gonna put. It could be like, man, I don't even know. I think, to be honest with myself, I think something in me is kind of like losing interest in this relationship. What? Or something like, complimenting her. You know, the one that I just said was, it's not negative, but it was more like the creating dread type of thing. It could be positive. Tell her she's beautiful. Tell her that dress fits her well. That new hair, you love it. You know, tell her that you love to bang her in this position, or you like when she, suck you up, whatever. Keep her in her domain. Keep her in her emotions. One of the things that I do, that I'm very good at, is actually always asking a woman how she's feeling. Not just how are you, or I would ask how are you, and I would say, how you feeling, baby? Talk to me. Oh man, get ready for it. Because you didn't just ask how are you, as how you feeling today? How's your spirit feeling today? Man, she's gonna tell you everything, bro. You keep her home, keep her in her domain. She's gonna tell, well, I'm in good spirit. I woke up and I had that on my mind. I had this on my mind. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good. I just wish that. Now she's telling you a whole bunch of stories, and then, but at the end of that, you feel like her energy has gone up. You feel like she feels better, and guess what? Now she's more favorable towards you, and she's more cooperative with you. You just trained her. You just attracted her. You just kept her at home in her own domain. And I asked a woman, how do you feel about this? What are your feelings about this? How has this affected you? Are you affected at all by this? Would this affect you? Should this affect you? Man, once you're asking those questions, bro, she goes straight into her feelings and her emotions, and she's exploring.
That's her domain.
That's her domain, and she's going deep. So, have you had any experience like that? Is that something that you practice also, or is just me? It's just me who is that guy with the dirty tricks and stuff about women.
You know what? I've been busy digesting these hardcore red pills every day, loading myself up with information from the community, or should I say from the community. And those tactics that you are laying out, brother, those are some awesome tactics. And what it's making me think about, some of those things you saying, I don't know if it's just me, maybe it's all of us. I'm definitely speaking for myself right now. some of these things I already knew, but I didn't know that I knew them until I took the red pill. Then I became conscious of the things that I already knew. I just didn't know that I knew them. Those things you saying right there about keeping her in her domain, I guess I knew that, but I didn't know that. And this is only when I look back, sometimes with hindsight. That's the thing about that red pill. Red pill will clear up what's presently going on. It'll give you clear vision for the future. And you'll also be able to learn lessons from the past that you wouldn't have been able to pick up had you not taken that red pill. And when I look back on some of my exes, right? I don't even know if I want to call all of them exes or just women that I dealt with, that I had what I would call great success with. I remember 2 instances right off the bat, 2 women from my past that I dealt with, and this got them in their domain. Right off the bat, before I even knew them, I introduced myself to these women by getting them flowers, right? Now, a lot of people would say, oh man, he's simping, okay? And I get that. But the way that I did it, I didn't even know these women at the time. I did it on like what you would call a secret admirer. I found a delivery place to go up, pop up, drop some flowers with my phone number in there, telling them I'm a secret admirer. I only did that 2 times in my life. Both times it worked. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I put those women in their domain, in their emotions.
In their emotions. In their
and
feelings.
I didn't realize that that's what I was doing, because I was still a simp back then. But I guess subconsciously I knew I got to get this woman in her emotions. And that worked. I did it 2 times. It worked. And I haven't done that since I've taken the red pill. It's been years since I tried that move. I may have to incorporate that move now that I got the red pill. I may have to try that out since I got the red pill and see how that'll work out for me.
The red pill has changed my romance. I've been back dealing with a certain woman for about a month or so. I have not given her flowers. Well, in my simpish days, the first meeting, the first date, she would have gotten flowers. Guess what? She said it. She said, the old you, I swear to you, my brother, get ready for it. She said, the old you would have brought me my favorite chocolate and flowers. You have not given me flowers. And this is our like 4th date or something. You know what I told her? I hit her with a red pill notion. I said, in the past, I used to give you things for free without earning them, without it being the right time. But now, I have nothing to give you for free. You have to earn it. You have to display behaviors that demonstrate that you've earned it, that are pleasing to me. And I'm gonna wait for the right time. And I said, for example, today's Saturday. Something happened on Wednesday. That thing that happened on Wednesday, you don't deserve flowers right here on the Saturday, because that thing that happened on Wednesday was major. If I were to bring you flowers right now, what I would do is tolerate that behavior. Is basically rewarding you for that bad behavior on Wednesday. Now you got to be strong enough to be having this conversation with a woman. Because unless they're gonna accuse you and stone you down and accuse you of misogyny, of having of being ruthless, of being a savage, and you have to be ready for it. And I told her, when the right time comes, I'm gonna bring you flowers. You will earn it then. You know what I do also? If a woman says something nice and she does a nice gesture, I send her in a smiling emoji, and I tell her, you have earned a smile from me. So I no longer just send an emoji, a smiling emoji. Like, okay, you have earned it. So I would say, I think you deserve a smile, and I'll send that smile emoji. Whereas in the past, man, everything she says, smiling emoji, smiling emoji, or hot emoji. Nah. You have to deserve it. You have to reward you for it, and it does take a strong. It's a strong stance,
Yeah.
a strong position. It requires you to have developed your own self-worth, your own self-love, knowing that if she wants to walk away, guess what though? She cannot walk away when you're that strong. She won't walk away.
Yep.
Because she knows, and she's a mother. She knows it's the same thing with her children, and she would be quick to use her children as an example. Where if they don't deserve it, they don't deserve it because they haven't done anything pleasing, or that last incident took away their reward. We're gonna wait for the right time, baby. This isn't the right time. We are in confusion right now, and I'm gonna bring you flowers.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring you your favorite chocolate because that's what I used to do when we used to meet. Nope, didn't do it, and that's the power of the red pill. But now it seems like I have achieved a level of freedom where I no longer feel coerced by my own thoughts to please a woman or do something nice for a woman. It used to be my own thoughts, my own system saying, you got to do this, you got to bring the flowers, you got to say these words, I no longer feel compelled and coerced by my own energy and my own emotions to do that. I just stay here. And the funny thing is, the more you stay here neutrally, the more you remain in your domain, in your alpha state, the more she wants to be around you because she recognizes that as strength. And remember, she's more thrilled by your strength, about your strength, than about you pleasing her and giving her those things. And so,
unbelievable.
Yeah, this is the red pill. So let's talk about this. Maintaining your alpha state. What I call the alpha state is a collection of ideas, notions, belief systems, behaviors, and practices tried and proven. That's my definition. I've come with the alpha state. I think I've heard it somewhere else. I prefer it to the alpha mindset because a mindset is a collection of ideas, notions, belief systems, and it stops there. Not necessarily behaviors and practices. Do you see the difference?
Definitely.
The mindset does not necessarily include behaviors and practices. Does not necessarily translate into I'm going to behave this way or these ways, and I'm going to practice these things. A mindset does not necessarily. It does not necessarily. You have to take that's one step further in practicing and trying and proving those ideas, notions, and belief system. For me, that's the alpha state, which is unshakable self-confidence, indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction.
That's right.
So talk about this a little bit. The unshakable self-confidence, indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction. This is right here the foundation of an alpha state, the foundation of the man that most women, if not all women, desire. Take it away.
Man, all these things right here: unshakable self-confidence, indomitable willpower. Indomitable willpower, I think that's like one of the biggest superpowers that a man can possess. Because if you have indomitable superpower, that means nobody's going to be able to dominate your thought process except yourself. Once you can control your thoughts, your mindset, every single thing starts off mindset. People are going to treat you how you treat yourself. You can actually make people feel about you how you feel about yourself if it's strong enough. I think you talked about this yesterday. I think you said that women don't generate power. They get the power from outside
external sources.
You and me are those outside sources.
Correct.
That's that indomitable willpower. It's a vibration, it's an energy. And if you train yourself, hone yourself to have indomitable willpower, you get unshakable self-confidence in that right there, because you know it's nothing that nobody or no thing can do. Nothing can happen to you to change your indomitable willpower. Things happen to all of us, but it's what we do about it. It's how we react to the things that happen to us.
Yes.
Our indomitable willpower. It doesn't get any more alpha than that right there.
Indeed, indeed. These need to be in the book. So that's why I now I have chosen to do these teachings with notes in my phone. I type the notes because the goal is in the future to collect all of those notes and turn them into a book, an alpha something. How do we achieve the alpha state, by David Hughes, written by
Hey brother, you come out with that book, let me know. I will purchase.
You know how many people are waiting to buy a book from me, bro? Man, I'm leaving money on the table. I'm leaving money on the table. I can't tell you how many people in my life,
I bet,
who want to buy a book from me.
That's your superpower. You are drawing these people out to you. You drawing these opportunities out to you. You drawing relationships into you. You doing, man, you got it going on, man. Superpower. You the man. You are the man. You the man with the master plan.
The man in power, on the way to stardom. We all are. Who's in the house? Any comments, any questions, guys? I know we're just vibing it out. We're just talking about these deep concepts, really, because this is not your usual, this is not your regular red pill dating female nature type of live or video. You know, we're telling you actual things that work, that happen, that have been practiced, tried, and proven. So now let's talk about keeping her in her domain. What's her domain? Her feelings and her emotions. I recently told a woman, she said to me, look, I dealt with that man for 1 year. I never wanted to claim relationship. I never wanted to change my whole life and focus entirely on him. You showed up. Here I am, so excited, wanting a relationship, wanting to change my whole life and shaping up and getting rid of people and streamlining my focus to be with you, to have something with you. And blah, 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 blah. I said, well, hey, you know, the only difference is, baby, I keep you home. She said, what do you mean? I said, I keep you home, baby. You know, I know where you live and I make sure you stay there. I know you feel your best there. I know where to keep you. And I've always kept you there. You love being there. If a man doesn't know these things and he can't keep you there, he can't move you when he doesn't want you there, then hey, you know, when I show up, you want me. So I told her, your home is your emotions and your feelings, baby. I said, all I've ever done ever since I've known you is to keep you home, feeding your emotions and your feelings, making you feel good, ranging from my words, my looks to you, my spanking, my hug, my kiss, all the way to that sheer wood power therapy. I said, baby, I keep you your feelings. Once you start talking to me, you get excited. Once you start talking to me, your world becomes more alive. I keep you home.
Yep.
He didn't keep you home. He doesn't even know where you live in that sense. You mean to tell me you're going to talk about sex every 3 months? In what world does that man live? It's because he can't move you. And he's talking to you every single day, several times a day. And you're going to say, oh, that's how I want it. I didn't want to have it often. What? Listen. And then she asked me a question, where as a man, how do you think he's feeling? I said, look, we are men, but I have no idea how that sucker is thinking, because that sucker is definitely a simp. He's a beta male. We don't share the same mindset. I don't know, because me, any woman I'm with, I'm gonna have sex as often as I want to have sex. I don't understand. Sex is not up to you in the sense of, well, that's how I wanted it.
Right.
I didn't want to have it too often. It was my goal. What about him? Like, he never wanted it. Anyhow, I said, look, he could move you. He could move you to make you come to him, or to make you accept that he comes to you, or move both of you to a third location. I said, this can't happen here. This can't happen here. Matter of fact, now we're talking about it, I'm gonna need this thing from you every weekend until further notice. Every weekend, from this point on, every week, I'm gonna need this thing. I'm gonna need to hit that until further notice. And that's exactly what happened. And the further notice did come. The further notice did come where I told her, all right, let's take a break now. You can resume your old schedule. You can resume your regular schedule. But it's because I'm able to keep her in her domain. The way I hug her, the words that I whisper in her ears, the touch.
Yeah, buddy.
The touch, the strokes, the ingenuity in the strokes.
Yeah.
We'll keep her.
Sciences, man.
Yeah. It will keep her in her domain. So,
right.
Women are emotional creatures. Remove them out of their emotions and feelings, and you will be dealing with serious problems.
Got that right.
Remove them out of their emotions and feelings, and you will have a serious issue to deal with. They can't, because it's like taking a fish out of water.
Yep.
It's like taking a fish out of water. Very soon die. And of course, before it dies, it's gonna throw all kind of tantrums because it's trying to
make a
right. So, for example, you said that earlier, and I confirmed it. A woman does not do things for one, logic, morality, goodwill, promise, oath, honor, etc. These are masculine domain. These are for men. Men talk about logic and morality, goodwill, oath, and honor, especially for honor. She doesn't do anything because of these things. Woman doesn't take these things into consideration. And that's what happens to the young men. The young man has a lot of problems, as you and I were once. Because I'm gonna tell you a story after that. Because he's thinking, oh, yeah, so she's gonna put 1 and 1 together, 2 and 2 together. She's gonna get a logical result, right? That's what I do too. That's what I do, right? She's going to do the same. Until one day you're like, whoa. Hold on. Did you think about that? No, I didn't think about it. So how did you go about doing that? Well, I just got up and left the house and did it. Whoa. So you got up, took a shower, put clothes on, get in the car, drive to that location, and you never had any, no, I just went. And you begin to be like, and that's some serious mindlessness going on here. There's some serious illogical situation going on here. Because as a man, you know that you would, it's like you would think about, okay, is that place open today? What are the chances? What time is it right now? 5 p.m. What are the chances that it would be still open at 5 p.m.? Because they're a regular 9 to 5 office, right? And probably you will Google that and make a phone call before you leave. But she's going to get up Yeah, he said it's like two human beings becoming one, or that it's too far, something like that. Yeah, I made it smaller so it can fit in the screen. I know you can't read it like that. There we go. Maybe.
Yeah.
And so you begin to realize, and for example, when you see a woman getting together with a married man and she can last 5 years with him, and you're like, there's no concern for morality, no concern for honor or oath. She's straight having a relationship with this married man, or worse yet, she's married and straight having another relationship, and she always has a way of defending that. And whatever she says will always be self-serving. It will always be where whatever we had home was not good anyway. There was nothing going on. We didn't have any connection, and I did what I had to do, and I was connected with him. So you realize that those things take no logic, morality, goodwill, promise, oath, or honor into consideration. They don't. It's only what serves her. If it serves her right now, she goes ahead and do it. If it's good for her right now, she does it right now. So men, young men, that is mostly, get into a lot of problems with women like you and I did, trying to make what a woman says and does fit into logic, morality, goodwill, promise, oath, or honor. But she doesn't operate like that. How does she operate? Out of her feelings and emotions. So whatever she says now is always mostly according to the way she's feeling in the moment.
That's right.
This is where men have the most problems. They call women liars for not keeping their words. But guess what? There's no keeping of no word. There's no keeping of no word, because she's not dealing with you for based on some sort of promise or oath or honor. There's nothing for her to honor. It's not part of her construct. It's not her mental construct. It's not part of her mental construct to think, I'm doing this to honor you, or I'm doing this because of promise to you. There's no reasoning at all that takes place in a woman's mind when she says or does something. There's no such reasoning as would happen in a man's mind. It's simply, that's how I feel. Oh, well, too bad. That's how I feel right now. Or that's how I felt back then. So
a lot of guys can't deal with it. They can't accept it.
Irrespective of past promises and agreements, a woman will do what she's feeling like in this very present moment. Irrespective of past promises and agreements, a woman will do what she's feeling like in this very present moment. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take all these notes and literally just shape them up, and put them into a book, a Kindle book. And that's exactly why I'm doing my lives from these notes. I write them down and then use them. Not only they give the guys a visual to look at, give us a few more likes, guys, but also the answer for that. Irrespective of past promises and agreements, a woman will do what she is feeling like doing in this very present moment. This will set a man free. Send us a question, guys. Send us a comment. If you agree with this, put a 1 in the chat, guys. If you agree with this statement, irrespective of past promises and agreements, a woman will do what she's feeling like in this very present moment. You're in agreement with this, according to us, powerful, life-saving, life-changing statement. Put a 1 in the chat. Let's go.
expected from past promise. Goodness. So true. So true.
Put a one in the chat, guys, if you are in agreement with this statement. Well, if you have had the fortunate opportunity to experience this with a woman. I'm gonna repeat. If you've had the fortunate, if God blessed you to have the opportunity to experience this, which probably would have turned you into a psycho. But if the universe blessed you and you've had such an experience, put a one in the chat if you agree. If not, look, I don't wish it upon you. Just learning from us. We don't wish that you would go and have the glorious opportunity of having of going like, what? What? Whoa.
Goodness.
As you said earlier, boss at home, when the red pill will come when the student is ready. And
that's right.
I got the red pill right after I had gotten some revelation on my own. You know, I woke up one day and I heard in my mind, like, a woman doesn't do anything according to respect, promises, honor, none of that. She just does it. And another day I heard she's always she will become what she thinks you're looking for. So she will tell you things that she wants you want to hear. And she's a chameleon. She will be she will repeat your own words. She will mirror your own behavior back to you and repeat your own words. If she's heard a conversation you had with somebody, if she eavesdropped on the conversation and she thinks she can use those things to make herself look good better, she comes back and saying, yeah, I'm willing to put in the work, I'm willing to do this. And all of a sudden you're like, whoa, baby, this is deep. You've never said this before. Wow. Well, I'm glad to hear that you've come to this place now. I'm glad to hear that you have finally found a way, you know, to decide, like you realize that this is an area that requires work. She overheard you talk to someone. She heard you express yourself. She knows that's how you feel. And she comes with that. And she mirrored that back to you. And of course she got you, because now you're all excited. Oh! Now, you know, here is my latest philosophy concerning dealing with a woman. Purpose. I have decided on a purpose that a woman should have in my life. Once she's fulfilling that purpose, all is well. Irrespective of what she says, once she's fulfilling that purpose, that means she's taking action. She has to take action to fulfill that purpose. Once she's fulfilling that purpose with actions, all is well, irrespective of the words. I no longer hold on to the words. You know, man, I used to be a sucker for a woman's words. I used to live to listen to her stories of how she feels about me and how beautiful, and you know, now she says them, like, all right, thank you. And that's it. And guess what? I'm waiting for that next action. Well, that's how you see me. Cook me breakfast tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's how you see. Okay, no problem. Well, why don't you bring it over and let me hit that? Oh, I'm coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Or do my laundry, or send her a link of a product out of my Amazon cart. Buy this for me. Let's see. Mm-hmm. It's the actions, baby.
Yep.
I don't listen to the words no more. So it's purpose now. And I've decided on specific items, specific things that a particular woman will do for me, like specific things. You need to be doing these things or a combination of these things. If not, there's no reason for us to have any dealing.
That's right. That's right.
That takes away a lot of the problems that young men are still experiencing, that also you and I have experienced. Now, process. Yes. So, the way you train or retrain a woman is by tapping into the sources of her emotions and her feelings. Remember, as we said earlier, you have to remain in your own kingdom, which is your alpha state, which is that self-confidence, that indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction. And then her domain is her emotions and feelings. Really, the way you train her to be the woman that you want her to be, to submit and to cooperate, is to tap into the sources of her emotions. And the process is just like you would do to rewire your own brain. Really, that's what it is, using NLP. NLP is neuro-linguistic programming. It's really using language, visualization, and images to change the brain and the mind, and to produce a desirable effect. And really, the sources of a woman's feelings and emotions, the things that most affect a woman's feelings and emotions, are her imagination, her thoughts, words, gestures, her gestures, your touch or her touch, eye contact with her, sounds. Oh, you love number 8, don't you? I know the guys love number 8. Goodwood therapy. I saw a video that I'm yet to watch, but I like the title. I follow this lady. She's in Atlanta here. Six the Goddess. She's 6 foot tall, and drooling, salivating sexiness. Can definitely just do a lot of things with them long legs and long torso, long neck. I'm telling you. So I follow her on Instagram and on YouTube. She be dropping. She's a red pill woman, so she be dropping some good content like that, little things. And she said, maybe we can watch her video. She said, men use sex to discipline us. Ladies, so be careful who you sleep with. And I commented saying, oh, well, isn't this the realest thing I've heard from you guys? I said, yes. We use sex to establish that control, to have that DICK control, that Goodwood power, because it's going to make you behave. It's going to make you less masculine. It's going to make her more cooperative. It is. It's going to keep her in her domain. I'm telling you, if you can achieve that Goodwood, and when she's in that state where she wants to get intimate with you, man, she's so soft and she can't wait. I'm telling you, it's necessary. Number 9, habit design and implementation. You have to, for example, if you want to keep a woman in her emotions and her feelings, establish some habits for her and with her. For example, if you know she goes to work at 6 and you want her to call you on the way to work, because commute time, people's minds are aimless. They go all over the place. They listen to music. They could be talking to anybody in the world. But if you want her to remain in her feelings for you, don't ask her to call you on her way to work. You call her. several times in a row, over and over, establish the habit. One morning, don't call her. Or one time, don't call her. The habit will have grown on her, and now it's gonna feel weird that she's driving without being on the phone with you. And sure enough, your motherfucking phone is gonna ring. And she's on the line.
You dropping game out there. You putting this game out there, dude.
And she be like, hey, yeah, how you doing? On my way to work. I recently had a woman who told me, we didn't talk Monday night, which was weird because we always talk while I'm at work. She said that several times. She said, it was so weird. It felt so weird. Yeah, that's what you want to get. That's the habit design and implementation you want to get at. You design that habit where now there's a void. It feels weird that this habit is not being maintained right now. Very soon, that's your woman. That's your cooperation. That's your submission. That's a body coming alongside you. That's what I mean by that. Number 10, regularly create space. Oh, you're going to like this. And some guys can't do this, but you're going to love this. Regularly create space between you and her and push her away to dispel predictability and comfort for her to miss you and to crave you more. I need some super chats right now. We have about 9 guys in the house. Send me some super chat. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, $100, because I'm telling you, these are tried and proven notions, practices, things that men have practiced that I myself, yours truly, is still practicing. Okay? Regularly create space between you and your woman. Like, for example, a woman texted me last night, call me when you can. And I said, yeah, just got back home, finishing some work. We'll take a shower, meditate, and we'll call you. By the time I did that, bro, it was 4 hours later. I needed to do everything I needed to do. It's still creating space and distance between you and her. And what's the goal in doing so? To dispel predictability and comfort. The predictability is, she says, call me when I can. And if I rang her phone right now, I'm predictable that he would call right now. And predictability is a bad thing to exist between you and a woman. I don't know if you've seen that movie from Tyler Perry, whatever the title was. I think Gabrielle Union is the wife in that, plays the character wife in that movie of him. And she got him to the T. She figured him out. Okay, 5:45 he's gonna get up. 6:15 he's gonna take a shower. He's gonna brush his teeth first. I mean, that man fell into a rut until he met that girl, that lady who was the janitor in the business, who took him on an adventure and break him out of predictability. Predictability will kill your relationship. It will kill your dealings with a woman. You have to create space. You have to push her away. Let's talk about pushing her away. Listen, I'm putting you on some good game. I'm putting my life on the line right now because any of these women could be watching my lives and could get into my lives. They have access to my work. I put it on Facebook. They know I'm on YouTube. They know my work is Men's Superpower. Right now, all the women I've dealt with could have already watched and tapped into, could be online following as I'm speaking. That's the risk right now. But is it a risk? Hell no, it's not a risk. Because, it's still good. And so, you have to push her away to keep that attraction going, to keep her from falling into that numbness, that mental numbness. that mental dullness. You don't want stuff to be dull between you and a woman. You don't want her to fall into that passive state, because remember, she's already driven by her feelings and emotions, and if you can't keep her on her toes, she's gonna fall into that passive state, that mind numbness, that dullness, and next thing you know, man, you're like, man, you know, this ain't no more interested no more, and you push her away. Look, man, gotta be honest with you, bro. Somebody said, who's right? The Democrats who give the people exactly what they want and tell the people exactly what the problems are, or the Republican who sit behind closed doors, see what the problem is, come up with a plan, and trick the people into accepting the plan because the plan is good for the people. You decide. Man, I go with the latter. I'm of the mindset that the people don't need to get involved. You sit down and come up with a plan and put your plan into action and make something happen. Sometimes you have to use dread. Sometimes you have to upset the current status quo. Sometimes you have to break a glass. Sometimes, and I don't mean literally, you understand? Sometimes you have to smash a glass against a wall and make noise and let it rip, and everybody's shocked. And then within that state, everybody's up again. That's what you want. You want everybody up. You want nobody sleeping on you. That might simply mean getting mad at the most trivial thing. I'm gonna let that sink in. It might mean getting angry at the most trivial thing, and she is going crazy over the fact that you get so angry about literally nothing. But now, look, a woman is a master until she meets her master. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
She is a master until she meets her master. A woman has P power until she meets a man with a D power. I'm telling you, because that D is always going to override and overpower that P. That P power,
that's right,
is for lames. It's for guys who are still on PMO. It's for guys who are still lost. It's for guys who have not found themselves and found their domain. Those of us who have ascended the ranks of manhood and self-mastery, there's no more P power. There's only D power. When we apply that Goodwood therapy, when we know how to stroke and how to give it, how to last and stay there, there's no more P power. Hell no, because we have mastered our emotions. We have mastered the sensation. We're no longer going crazy. Now we're watching her being put in ecstasy and her eyes are rolling back. Yeah, she's the one losing her soul in that moment. We're wide awake.
Yes.
Applying that good wood. We're wide awake. So there's no more P power. So really, a woman is a master until she meets her master. She has a P power until she meets a man with a D power. And I know that is true. So
those words right there. I'm gonna have to write that down right there. That's a quote right there.
That's a quote I need to write down because it just came. I need to write it down too. Or maybe, you can text it back to me. How about that? Text it back to me.
Gotcha.
And so you have to regularly create space. Now let's go back up. Let's talk about imagination. You have to. Yeah. Neo, thanks for being in the house. I see you, man. I see you. Imagination. You have to keep a woman's imagination very vivid and active on you and her. It could be as simple as, oh, babe, I was thinking about you today. I remember that one time, that last time we went to that hotel and you were wearing this and that, and I was like, oh my God, and we got into, and then she's gonna take it over. She's gonna take it away. She starts smiling and she's like, yeah, and ba 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 ba. Oh, by the way, babe, I was also thinking we could do this like that. We could dress this way and bam bam. Yeah. Her imagination is on you and her. You know, boss at home, the way now I believe there is a cheating where a woman could be in the spot and the cheating takes place, right? She had alcohol or she just met a man she couldn't resist. It's something in the spot right now. But the other cheating that takes place where a woman is chronically interacting with another man while being with you, talking on the phone with that other man, it's because you have not learned to stimulate her imagination, her words, and you have not learned to keep her mind on you. That's why she can have the mental space and resources to entertain another man.
Wow.
Because imagine you're living in the same house with a woman and she is talking to another man, whether in the same house or when she leaves. Well, you better believe her imagination and her mind are not on you and her. But if you are calling her at work and telling her you can't wait for her to get home, and matter of fact, you're gonna pick her lingerie for her and pick her clothes. You just want her to get into the shower when she comes in. You're setting these things. I already got our favorite drink tonight, baby. It's a date night. And you keep talking about the house, keep talking about things we have to do. And when she's home, you keep her in that space. Man, listen, it's going to be hard for her to have that chronic cheating experience. It might be a one-time thing, though. She could still do a one-time thing. Give a guy something and walk away. There you go. Somebody says exactly. But if she could be in the house with you and maintaining a relationship with another man, your imagination is dead. Your mental work is dead. You have no game. You're just there, go to work, come home, eat, have sex, go to sleep, and repeat.
Goodness.
Now,
going through the motions.
Going through the motions. Now, I know somebody's going to say, well, that's a lot of work. Why could I just, there you go, that's the devil. Why could I just be with her and everything is fine? And I can hear some guy saying, listen, man, all I want to do is find me a good girl and be at peace with her. Good luck. Now, good luck on the at peace part. You can find a good girl, though. It's not the part that I'm saying good luck on. It's not the part about the good girl part. You can find a good girl. There are a lot of good women out there, truth be told. The good luck part is with the peace. Just be at peace. We do our thing and we live our lives. Bruh, you're heading for danger. You must become active in relating and in creating your interaction with the woman. You have to be aware. You can't fall asleep. You can't outsource romance. You can't delegate romance. You can't automate romance. You can't just put romance on automation and just wait. No, you have to be actively, I'm telling you. These are things I've learned from the school of hard knocks. These are things I've learned from trial and errors for many years, getting hit all the time upside the head. You have to become active in making your relationship work. Thank you for being here, guys. I appreciate you. If you are new here and you want to know what I do, what kind of work I do, here is the kind of work that I do. Stay here. Don't go nowhere. Here's what I do so you can subscribe and get all the good stuff. Um, all right, never mind. I think for whatever reason, my video is not playing, but this is Men's Superpower. We focus on establishing unshakable self-confidence, an indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction for men. This is what I have achieved in my life. This is what our brothers around the world have achieved who are on the path of ascension. And we do that through sexual discipline. We establish massive sexual discipline from healing and recovering from PMO, practicing SR, all the way to these things that we're talking today, establishing good principle, training a woman to be the woman for you, to deal with you, for her to be cooperative with you, for her to be feminine towards you, as well as submissive within reason. My idea of submission is not absolute. Like, I don't tell a woman what to do until the situation calls for it. If the situation calls for it, her judgment is wrong, and I think my judgment is bad judgment, that's when I tell her, you go ahead and do this. Whether she pushes it against it or not, I'm like, this is what you're gonna do. So long we're together, you're gonna do this right now. I don't care about anything else. But I don't go and tell a woman how to live her life or what to do. That's why I only date what we call independent women who are making their own money, professionals. They have their own cars, their own houses. They can make their decisions. I don't need to be involved in the details of their lives because I'm busy with my own life. But she also knows that she needs to come to me for wisdom and guidance, and she's welcome to do so. And when she comes, I do give her good support and good wisdom and guidance. And so this is what I mean by submission. Submission is she's willing to listen to me and apply what I say and see my viewpoint, as opposed to the masculine women out there where as soon as a man starts talking, he's like, what, but, baby, but. Nah, that's not the woman we're talking about. And we're talking about submission in the right way, not in the egotistical way where a man is weak and he wants to feel good and he walks around ordering women. So, and he uses that as a validation tool, saying, you do this and you do that without, outside of reason type of thing. We don't need that validation from women. And so this is what Men's Superpower is about. Glad you're here. Let's try this one more time. It will reconvene. Let's go back to our main topic. Yeah, man. So take it away. Share your thoughts and ideas about these things that I've just talked about. Keeping her imagination, her thoughts on you, creating space and push her away to dispel predictability and comfort. Why don't you talk about predictability and comfort in your own experience? And then the woman giving her space to miss you.
Okay. I'll use one of my exes, right? Everything is retrospective, right? You always got the answers to the test after you've already taken the test and you got the results. Now you got the answers, right? But I remember one of my exes, she told me, right? She said, the worst thing you can do to me, once again, I got to make this statement. At this time, I was still a simp. So some of these things went right over my head, even though she told me one of the worst things you can do to me is bore me. And I said, She said, I get bored really quick. And I'm like, man. I mean, and I heard her when she said it, but it went in one ear and out the other ear. What she was trying to tell me was, don't be predictable.
Right,
okay, that's what she was laying it out for me.
Yeah.
Don't be predictable. Now, I will say this. I'm not saying that it's necessarily a good thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. But we do know women like unpredictability. And they don't necessarily need it to be good. It can be negative. But they are in love It's part of female nature. They're in love with unpredictability.
Right.
But this is what I'll tell you. This same ex that I had, one of her exes, in fact, the very one who was before me, I didn't know this guy personally, but from what I can see, this guy was a borderline psychopath. Okay, he was a violent guy. He was a disrespectful guy. He was a physical guy who would actually play on this woman. And I got that from her and her children. But I say that all to say, this is only once I look back, I can tell it was a part of her that missed the reckless behavior their ex used to display. He was a reckless guy. He was a live by the seat of his pants kind of guy. You don't know whether he's going to hug you, pick you up, and throw you down the damn stairs. But she was wired to that. This guy even pulled guns on this woman, man. But she was still in love with this guy because of the unpredictability. A lot of these women out here, they'll say, hey, I want a nice guy. I want a guy who's going to be predictable. But you'll find out once you are that simp, once you are that nice guy, once she can set her alarm clock to your behavior, she can say at 8 o'clock, he's going to do this. At 9:15, he's going to do this. At 11:30, he's going to do this. She's going to begin to resent you for that.
Yes.
Even though what you're doing may be positive, it may be keeping order and structure, but at some point, that order and structure is gonna bore her. She needs a little bit of chaos. She needs a little bit of fluctuation in there. She needs the lows. She doesn't just want the highs. She wants the lows, the in between, all of that.
She wants.
And I had to learn. You gotta get. It's a thin line you gotta walk. Don't be abusive, but you have to give her fluctuation. You have to know fluctuate. You got to get her where you want her to fluctuate. You got to be like a puppet master. Yes. You got to know how to pull the right string.
Yes.
Like playing the piano. Yep.
Yes, you have to know. A woman wants the full range of emotions. She wants the full range of that. She doesn't want to miss any part of it. Nope. And so when
I think that's the hard part. Yeah.
When you learn
that when we simps.
When you learn to become that man, then you will really onto something. When you learn to become that man that gives her that combination of stable guy, maniac guy, intellectual, dumb, calm, crazy. What's the other one? Angry. When you can create that persona, it's a persona you're gonna create for her, because that's not who I am with the world. That persona, there you go. That persona is for her. That persona is in dealing with her. It's not how I deal with the world. And that's very important. That's an important distinction, guys. That's an important distinction. Definitely got to rewatch this one, David. Dropping a lot of gems. Thank you. Appreciate that, my brother. Appreciate that. You it's a heavy live, just like yesterday. It's a heavy live, just like yesterday. Once you learn to master, to create a persona for her, and it's for her. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, please. I'm begging you, bro. Create a persona for you, for your woman or for the woman for women, period. Yeah, I don't mean personal, I don't mean to be fake or to not be what you are, but it's a persona based on your knowledge of their nature. And it's perfectly fine. You have a behavior with the police, you have a behavior in the courthouse, but that's not how you behave in the real world, right? When you show up at the courthouse, yes, Your Honor, straight up, nah, hell no, that's not how you live in real life. You put on that persona based on your knowledge of the nature of the courtroom, of the legal system.
Please.
Have you seen those top-notch CEOs at the congressional meeting and answering questions? Man, these guys are 100 times more powerful and worth more than the congressmen and women. But they're all in ties. Guys who wear t-shirts 24/7, put tie on for the first time. Mark Zuckerberg, for example, to show up in those meetings and sit down and answer questions. But that's not their normal life, their regular life. It's a persona, a behavior tailored, customized, based on your knowledge of the situation of the entity. You know? There's nothing worse dealing with a woman who has fallen into passivity, and now she is dull, unexcited.
Yep.
Things are unexciting because she knows you love her, you are with her, she has you, all is well. I'm gonna tell you, there's nothing worse than that in the sense of a relationship.
Right.
Because especially if you're awakened, it's gonna drive you crazy. And so right? And so let's go back to our topic study right here. And so when we end the live, call me back so I can answer the question that you asked me earlier about all this, right? Real quick. Talking to you, man, boss at home. Regularly create space between you and her and learn to push her away to dispel predictability and comfort, and for her to miss you and to crave you more. Look, man, this is attraction techniques. You can't automate your attraction. You can't outsource it. You can't just leave it on autopilot. It ain't gonna work. Very soon you're gonna hit your head against the wall. You have to be active in making this work. Okay? You have to be active in making this work. And so let's talk a little bit more about the process of getting into her mind, her subconscious mind and her soul, right? I talked about the imagination, keeping her imagination keen and vivid on you, always bringing something that good that has happened and sometimes something bad too. And let those emotions flare up in her. Let her, I remember that day you said this and you said that. Okay. But really the goal is just to get her back in her domain, her emotions. And thoughts.
Very important.
Thoughts are very powerful. And thoughts here, I mean two ways. Your thoughts and her thoughts. The thoughts that you think of a woman, she behaves like and she becomes. Oh, let me bring that back. The thoughts, let's go back. Let's go at the beginning. When we talked about the woman is a blank canvas. A woman is a blank canvas. She becomes what you paint on her. She becomes the images, thoughts, ideas you hold of her in your consciousness. A woman is the reflection of your consciousness. She behaves according to your deep-seated fears, self-talk, insecurities, self-talk, self-esteem, desires and aspirations, and so forth and so on. So really, the thoughts that you have about a woman, she will become, and she will reflect those thoughts back to you. For example, if a guy thinks that this woman is not faithful, she's a liar, I guarantee you, man, he's going to find examples of that in her. She's going to reflect that. That's how the universe works. Your consciousness is the only reality. That which you think about, you will experience soon. If you don't want to experience it, don't think about it. It will come. And that's heavy responsibility right now for life. That's extreme ownership of life. To have your thoughts right. At least most of the time. And her thoughts is, well, you do the things and say the things to keep her thoughts on you. You know, oftentimes a woman is going to tell me, well, oh, I was thinking about us today. I was thinking about you. Basically, I'm on her mind. We are on her mind. Both, she and I are on her mind. The relationship is on her mind. She's not asleep. She's not passive.
Mm-hmm.
What about words? Your words, bro, listen, good game coming. My words to a woman these days are so powerful that they cut straight into the soul. And my words, when I'm physically around a woman, I couple my words with touch, with gesture. Reach over and touch her hand and say something powerful. The combination of that sensation on her skin, her cells feel, and when you let those words out and they get into her mind, you have just rewired her brain. You have just rewired her cells in her body. Next time somebody holds her like that or she hits that part of her hand, her system will remember you said something beautiful or something powerful to her while you were, I see you over there. You said something. She may not consciously know why every time she's doing her nails, she thinks about you. Well, it's because that's the hand that you tend to touch a lot, and you would rub her fingers when you touch her, when you're telling her deep, beautiful words. And that hand, those fingers now, the cells have been rewired and associated with you. And she doesn't understand. She will not even know. She's putting her nail polish on and she begins to think about you. Look, please, guys, don't stone me. Don't stone me. Don't use this the wrong way. Because if you do, it will come back for you anyway. But these are dirty tricks, but they're good tricks. They work. And so...
Man, it sound like a pimp, man. Pimp secrets.
It's pimp game, bro. Man, sometimes I demand, like in intercourse, a woman will want to close her eyes. I'm like, no, look at me. Of course, she can't look. She's like, I'm like, look at me, baby. Yeah. Look at me, hey. How does it feel? In that moment, you're affecting her cells with the strokes. You're asking her to keep her eyes open. So her brain is going crazy because her eyes want to close. And you're asking her, how does it feel? You're bringing her feelings and her emotions. And she's like, it feels... It's a crazy combination of a powerful effect and rewiring of her system. Be careful.
Yes.
Be careful now.
Man.
I'm telling
Dropping
you.
heavy. You got bricks out there today.
Yeah. I hope to have a show just on these 10 points here. The NLP, the neuro-linguistic programming, and how to really affect a woman to be your woman to the point where if you got to really want her though. Like, if you don't want her, then it's not worth it. Why would you do all of that? It's really a woman that you see, okay, there are reasons for me to be with her. I do like certain things. I do see advantages of being with her, but then I have to train her. I have to tap into her subconscious mind. And remember that once you enter her subconscious mind, it becomes automatic for her to move towards you to want to please you, to want to cooperate with you, because the subconscious mind is the powerhouse. That's the one that's sending all the thoughts and the images without the conscious mind being aware and accepting of it. Once you can get there, and you get there, brother, by your words, your touch, your strokes, your whisper in her ears, and gestures, whether it's flowers, whether it's, buying something nice or whatever it might be. Very soon, you're going to have a woman who's attached to her. So in conclusion, a woman doesn't just submit and cooperate. She must be trained to do so. Remember, in the beginning, I said a woman once asked me to train her to make her my woman, for her to submit to me and to cooperate to me, because as she said, the woman that I am right now in front of you is not your woman. I still belong to those guys, or at least the last date that I had, because he made me for himself. And like I told you, where I'm from, I grew up, that was the norm. Men train women. And when I grew up, men used to be around my age, 40, and then they go and take a 20-year-old, 19-year-old, 22, 25. Man, if you were 30, you risk being single for the rest of you. You risk dying alone. When I was growing up, if a woman was 30, single, she risked dying alone. Because the men would work, get their house, establish their lives, get around my age, and then go and get married to an 18-year-old, 18-year-old, 20-year-old, 20-some-year-old. Definitely less than 30. Yeah, I'm just saying 30, what is it saying? Why dirty? How to call all of these stuff which women put on her face? I don't know, makeup, common eyebrow, powder, all kind of beautifiers, makeup. That is not dirty. So that is their weapon. Psychology is a man's weapon. Man, you know what? You deserve this. Hold on. I like that. He's saying, yeah, I like that. Our psychology, this discussion right here, is our weapon. Women have femininity and makeup and sex to use as their weapon. So why calling our weapon dirty when women don't call their makeup and their weapon dirty? And you're right. When I'm saying dirty tricks, it was more like to call the attention, because she said, little dirty tricks and secrets. It catches the attention. It perks the imagination. Number 2, unless trained for yourself, she isn't yours.
Truth.
Unless a woman is trained for you, she isn't yours. Unless she trained for yourself by you, she isn't yours. She's a blank canvas. You train her by being your best alpha version. And secondly, by keeping her in her feelings and emotions, which is keeping her in her domain. Number 5, penetrate her subconscious mind by rewiring her brain through NLP, through thoughts, words, eye contact, touch, goodwood therapy, dispel predictability and comfort through, remember, creating space and pushing her away. What you push away will come back even stronger. And that's a esoteric principle. I wanted to put this esoteric principle here. It's one of the Hermetic principles, one of the 7 Hermetic principles. If you haven't read the book, The Kabbalion, please read The Kabbalion. It's going to change your life. The principle is the principle of rhythm. The measure of the swing. Rhythm is everything swing from left to right constantly. The measure of the swing to the left is the same measure of the swing to the right. Rhythm always compensate. That's what it says, right? So whatever you push to the left, is going to come back to the same measure to the right. It's going to go and pass the balance point and go to the right. Just like a yo-yo. If you hold something and a pendant and you push it to the left, it's going to come back and swing back and forth. The same measure and power and strength of the swing to the left is the same measure of power and strength of the swing to the right. What does that mean in practical terms? What you push away will come back to the same measure and degree and strength of you pushing it away. So if you push it away 2 degrees, it'll come back 2 degrees. You push it away 5 degrees, it'll come back to you 5 degrees. This is why one of the principles in manifestation is getting your intention set, getting your energy going, stay on a high vibration, and forget about it. Push it away, leave it alone, because it will come back to you with the same intensity that you leave it alone, that you ignore it. That's why both men and women go crazy over people who ignore them. Because the same measure of intensity of ignoring someone is the same measure of intensity they will want to have. In fact, people fall more in love with you when you ignore them. And that's exactly, some women know this and they use it to their advantage. The more a woman says no to you, she knows the more you will crave her. And so she says no for sex. She says no for meeting you, for dates. Because unless you know the law, like right now, I'm giving you the law. This is the law, the game. Unless you know the law, when a woman pulls away from you, you run towards her, because that's the law. The law is the law of rhythm, the principle of rhythm. She pulls away, she swings to the left, you tend to swing towards her. But if you know the law, you know whatever swings to the left will do what? Will swing back to the right the same measure. So when she swings, you stay put. You don't run after her. And inevitably, according to the law, she has to swing back towards you. Man, when I began to practice those principles in late 2016 and early 2017, my mind was blown. Because a woman is going to pull away from you at one point in time. And when she pulled away, I maintained my position. I didn't move towards her.
Yeah.
For the first time, I maintained my position. And how does she pull away? She canceled a date. She settled with me to come home for some good wood therapy, and she said she ain't gonna come no more, or she can't cook for me no more for that day. I said, all right, cool. As opposed to the past, I'll be like, ba. No, you can't do this. No, how can? I maintained my position and said, that's good, that's fine. Matter of fact, I'm kind of busy in the midst of something right now, so we'll continue this conversation another time. So she realizes, you're not even bothered? What are you up to? Whoa, this didn't affect you? Guess what? She calls you back. Well, you know what? Yeah, so something just came up. Change of plan. After all, I'll be able to make it at 10 p.m. as opposed to 8 p.m. When you know the law, the measure of the swing to the left is the same measure of the swing to the right. So when she moves herself to the left, hold your position. By law, she will be compelled to move herself back to the right. Hold your position, brother. It's peace. Talk to God. Enter what I call the Alpha Sabbath, which is a place of eternal rest for a man, for the true, masculine, powerful man. It's a place of rest. And let everything pass, and she'll come right back. I'm telling, bro, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm telling you, take these things from me. Listen to this. Watch this live. Listen to these bits of wisdom. Learn and practice them. And like the Hermetic principle says, or the Kabbalion says, unless you practice them, they're not yours. They're not your own. You have to practice knowledge for it to become your own. And so,
right,
what you push away will come back even stronger. That's the principle of rhythm. The measure of the swing to the left is the measure of the swing to the right. Rhythm compensates. I'm telling you, let's go
Yeah,
back to.
but
I'm telling you, my brother, this was good. It was beautiful. Now take it away with whatever you want to say right now, bro. Just take it away. Let's just
man,
add to it.
I feel like I just went to church. Feel like I just went to church and had a sermon from the teacher. You the master of ceremonies up here. You are breaking this thing down. Even a baby can understand this the way you laying this thing out here. All
You.
of these things that you putting up here, you know what? I'm going to go back, even if it's late night tonight, 2, 3 in the morning. Sometimes I stay up late night. I be binge watching the content, man. I'm going to grab me a pen and a pad, and I'm going to literally write these things down, just like you got them written down right here. And I'm going to go back and read these things as many times as I need to until they get all the way synced into my subconscious. Because like you said, everything happens off of subconscious. Once that subconscious get rolling, once you can figure out how to crank up your subconscious, it's a wrap. So, I mean, you laid out a lot of meat. You laid out a lot of meat for us to eat on today. I'm filled up right now, man. I feel like I went to a buffet, a lunch table, a dinner table filled with meat and knowledge. And I just been stuffing myself, man. I'm full. I got to take a while to sit back, get me something to drink, and let all this meat digest, man. You've been dropping great game up. And from what I can see, all these things that you're talking about are things that every man possesses the capability if they're willing to do the work. Go into semen retention if they're willing to do self-reflection, if they're willing to make themselves the best alpha male that they can be. All of these things are achievable by every man out there. That's one of our superpowers.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for helping me tap into my superpowers. Because a lot of these things you're saying, I mean, I'm just one person. You helping me out, but it's you helping out the whole world. Any man who'll take time to actually tune in to listen to what you dishing out over here. I mean, I remember very vividly one day I was sitting on it, and I would think that I stumbled across your channel, but I know it's no such thing as a coincidence. There's no such thing as me stumbling across anything. This is where I was at. It was time for me to make the next graduation elevation. So here you come. The student was ready, so the teacher appeared. I was sitting on the edge of my bed, and I bumped into your channel, and I just started listening. I think it was a real long one too, maybe a 2 or 3 hour. I just started listening to everything you were saying. I'm like, man, it seemed like this guy, it seemed like you had been looking for me and you just singled me out. And I felt like you was talking directly to me. And I've been linked in and tuned in ever since. And ever since that day, I was watching your episode. That's why I came up with the idea, the very name, Boss at Home. I came up with the thought that I got to start my own business. I got to start my YouTube channel. All of that stuff came from me sitting on the edge of a bed on a late night, and I bumped into Superpower.
Man,
and I've been digesting it meat ever since, man. I like what you're doing. You saving lives out there. You turning brothers into the most alpha version of themselves. You doing the work, man. I gotta salute you.
Thank you.
You the man.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
It's been a long time in the making, man. We've been out there for a long time. We've simped for a long time. You know, in my story, life story with women, I've had success with women. Although I've been married and divorced, that doesn't count as failure, like lack of success, because that's not what it is. The success with women is being able to talk to them, getting with them, having sex with them, making them do what you'd like and fulfill your desires and being pleased with them. Whether you have a relationship with them or not does not count as success with women. As it relates to dating, as it relates to masculinity, success with women is being able to make something happen with them that you want to successfully. Not whether you can be in a relationship. That's relationship stuff. But, you know, it's being able to talk confidently to a woman and getting her to call you, text you, be with you, be willing to give that thing up to you, you know, whatever, please you. You know, I met up, I drove about 30 miles last night to go meet up with a woman with some food, some good food. She had that specialty thing that she makes. And she makes a whole bunch of
Yeah.
it. And I picked it up, and it's in the house. Things like that. And you know what she texts me? As hard as
What's that?
it was for me to do this, I have your food with me, so just let me know when you're coming to pick it up. I went to her job to pick it up. What she means is she works overnight. It was hard for her to find the time during the day to make the food so she could have it when she come back to work for me to come. But she already promised me. She wasn't gonna flake on me. I'm not the type to flake on right now. In the past, I was the simp. That same woman flaked on me many times in the past, and said, "Oh, I'm too tired. It's so hard. I can't make it." I know. Granted, she was tired, or sometimes she didn't even tell me nothing. She would text me and saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I came home and just went straight to bed. I didn't even realize and remember. Now it's too late. I'm going to work." Like she didn't even tell me she didn't cook. But now she made the sacrifice today, this time, to make it done, to get it done. I tell you what, it's the same woman, bro. The same woman I've been a simp with. But now, thank God, we broke up. We broke up some time ago, where I left. The same woman who knew me as a simp can't understand who I am today. But guess what, though? One thing about her, of course, this is the kind of man that every woman wants. So it's a joy to see me the way that I am. It's a joy to like, dang, you have gotten yourself together. You have elevated yourself. Like, like, whoa. Blessed be the woman who's gonna have you. But I ain't gonna let nobody have you because I already know you. I want you. That type of thing. Because now it's all the alpha is like, nah, man, I have nothing to lose. And I say it often. I'm like, look, I have nothing to lose. So I have nothing to lose. Let me play this little affirmations, subliminal for us to remind us who we are, what we are, and to get us in that spiritual state. Let me know if the volume is too high on your end. Last night, I think it was too high.
I dominate this world. I am a god. I am superhuman. I am an almighty being. I have total domination over my life. I have total control of my universe. I am the greatest authority. I am the one true supreme God. I am an ultimate force of being. I am the greatest power in the universe. I have all the power of this world. I rule my mind and my own being. I have control and authority of my being. I can do anything. I am heavily respected. I dominate this world. I am the Almighty God. I am worthy and richly valuable. I create my image in my own image. I accept the best of life. I am a winner of life.
Let those words sip in your mind and elevate your spirit.
I see myself as a heroic God. There is a champion inside me. I was born to win. I am victorious in all things. Excellence is my heart and in my mind.
Yes.
Victory is all that I see. I feed my mind with constant positivity.
If you are just joining us, we're winding down. It's been 2 hours.
I am consciously superior.
We've had a good discussion.
My supreme eternal value.
How to train a woman's mind.
I imagine
How to paint on a woman because she's a blank canvas. Look, man, it's been 2 hours of straight game. Now, we're just reminding ourselves of who we are. We're just vibing as we close. But you're still welcome to be here. And you can rewatch the replay.
Yep.
We are kings. And this is a reminder to you. Never give up.
Mhm.
Keep going. Don't put it off. Let's go.
I am a king. I see myself as a king. I am the king of my reality. I am an alpha male. I am worthy of success. People respect me. My confidence is rock solid. My true nature is uttermost excellence. Self-confidence is what I thrive off. I conquer any obstacle in my way. I am strong and powerful. I am determined. I rule over my thoughts and actions at all times. I always get it done. I always get the job done. I am a winner. I give energy to my goals and believe in the attainment of them. I choose high energy and affirm my success in life. I am driven to achieve the excellence I earn. I have limitless potential. I walk the streets like a beast. Success is mine and I am certain of it. Others see me as powerful and self-assured. My voice is powerful and I speak with authority. My core personality is of confidence and assertiveness. I see myself living my dream life. I am consistent in my efforts.
Amen.
My opportunities are unlimited. I always get the job done with ease. I have all I need inside of me. I have all the strength I need to succeed. I see my goals clearly. I see myself attaining my goals.
And so
I am consistent in my efforts.
Yeah.
My opportunities are unlimited. I always get the job.
it's still playing on your end. This live was fire, Merc. Appreciate it, brother.
Word.
It was. It was. This is my goal. My goal is to take these lives to the next level, go as deep as possible, and talk things out, you know, and let the people, let you guys get in on this good game, because it's a lot of it, man.
Mhm.
And we're gonna have something else for tomorrow. We're gonna have some fire again for tomorrow, because my goal is actually to go live Monday to Friday, to build that audience, to build that work. So all right, give us last few words, brother. What's at home? Thank you, everybody who's been here. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you. You are the bomb. We're going to have something good again tomorrow and then Monday.
I like to say, I want to thank you for having me on here. It's one of the greatest shows on YouTube right here. I'm glad that I could be a guest out here. You were dropping some serious spiritual bricks out here, dropping game that's real heavy. I advise all the brothers that's out there, if y'all watching this, I'm gonna let you know you are definitely doing the right thing. You're headed in the right direction. Go back and watch all of these videos. Binge watch them like I do, because you dropping jewels and gems in every single video. And all we have to do if we want to be successful is look inside ourselves. Our seed is so important to do semen retention, because our seed is the most important thing we have. Everything on this earth revolves around seeds. And I'm not trying to get religionified right now, but anybody out there that know anything about the Bible, whether they believe it or not, if the Bible is true, the Bible starts off talking about seed. Thy seed and her seed. This thing is all about seed. Every single man walking this earth has seed inside. You are fruit. Fruit got seed and you are seed. Our seed is the most important thing we got, physical and spiritual. We learn to control our seed, we can control everything around us. And to even come into that knowledge right there, first you got to take a second, sit back, and hold on to your seed. If the Most High God made you a man, for whatever reason he has of his own, he deemed it, instead of a female, to make you a man. You are the fruit. You are the seed carrier of the earth. there's a great responsibility that comes with being the seed carrier of planet Earth. And once we understand that, if we can just sit down and sit tight for a second and hold our seed, it'll make our muscles stronger. It'll make our brain stronger. We'll be able to understand this game that you're dropping off right here. Because one thing I'm noticing too, I know that you know it because you're doing it, but I'm sitting on the outside looking in. I can see you going to new levels. I can tell. I can tell by the way you talk. I can tell by the way you look. I can tell by the way your delivery is. I can see you going up the stairs.
Appreciate
and
the
anybody
feedback.
who's holding their seat, if they can just sit still and pay attention, they can come along with you. I'm along for the ride. I'm going with you, brother.
Right.
I see what you got. I like what you're cooking, and I'm here. I'm trying to go with you. I'm riding on your coattails, brother. I love what you're doing. Thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Yes.
And I turn it back over to the master teacher, baby.
And you will continue being a part of it. This is our second interview, and granted,
Yes,
this is our first video interview. I loved our conversation last time and tonight. Definitely, my mind is saying, okay, definitely have to have this man almost on the regular. You know, like, you know how you have shows where you have the regular shows, regular guests, like that's a regular guest in the house. Every once in a while, drop by and chop it up. That's definitely how I feel about you. We can link up again and talk about some, you know, just talk about these things. But yes, well, next time perhaps, you know, I'll let you bring your own teaching and topic and let me be in your position here, you know, just the one giving my own opinion, my own experience, and just let you take it away. But thank you for actually being available, because I text you on Tuesday to tell you, look, man, I'm starting this new schedule starting tomorrow. What day can you do? And you say Thursday. I mean, you know, and here we are. And yesterday I didn't make it on time, but today I did make it on time. And oh, that deserves. I did. We were sitting here. We did go live at 1:30. I did go to the gym and come back and said, you did come on live. We had some difficulties, but we still went through with it. And everything was beautiful. So I'm coming on tomorrow. And also, you know, don't wait for me to reach out to you. You can say, hey man, you know, I'm ready to do a show. When can I drop in with you? You know, because teaching is learning twice. Talking to me, doing all this is learning twice. And also the guys seeing you, and do me a favor with, like last time, you drop your link, your hold on, maybe I can do it on my phone. I don't know how to get your, do you know your YouTube link?
You know what? The way I got my phone in here right now, if I try to mess with it right now, it might
I remember.
shut off.
I remember. Well, do something. Oh, you can't get on YouTube either. So I would say to say something in the comment, and then somebody would go and follow that. But I think I may have had your link. Let me do a search in my boss. Okay, I have boss at home interview, 10/3/20. Link is not there. Here's another one. Okay, link is not there. But I think last time I did get your link. But perhaps that's the only thing that wasn't as prepared. We don't have the link.
Gosh.
But hang on a second. I do want you to get a few subscription from some of the guys on.
I have control and authority of my being. I can do anything. I am heavily respected. I dominate this world. I am a god. I am superhuman. I am an almighty being. I have total domination over my life. I have total control of my universe. I am the greatest authority. I am the one true supreme God. I am an ultimate force of being. I am the greatest power in the universe. I have all the power of this world. I rule my mind and my own being. I have control and authority of my being. I can do anything. I am heavily respected. I dominate this world. I am the Almighty God. I am worthy and richly valuable. I create my image in my own image. I accept the best of life. I am a winner of life. I see myself as a triumphant warrior. I see myself as a heroic God. There is a champion inside me. I was born to win. I am victorious in all things. Excellence is my heart and in my mind. Victory is all that I see. I feed my mind with constant positivity. I am the most powerful. I am an alchemist. I am consciously superior. I activate my supreme eternal value. I am a supreme being. I imagine higher and higher excellence. I imagine glorious victory. In every situation, I imagine the most magnificent outcome. I am a god. I am superhuman. I am an almighty being. I have total domination over my life. I have total control of my universe.
All right.
I am the greatest authority.
Come to my channel. What is it? Dare to believe. I like that.
I am an ultimate force of being.
We got it. And I'm gonna save it this time. All right, guys. So I'm going to drop Boss at Home's channel's link in the chat. Just go and subscribe to his channel. See the work that he's doing. And of course, if I have him here, you better believe he's the man. I approve him. So Boss at Home channel. Please.
Thank you very much, man.
No problem. Please subscribe. All right, there it is, guys. Please hit that link. There we go, and subscribe to him. So just go ahead and do that, guys. Check him out real quick. So we have about 7 guys. Just check Boss at Home channel and subscribe to him real quick and see. We want to see that count go up. Merca, Neo, please personally just go and I'm asking you and go and give him a few subscription. Neo, Merca, and whoever
very
else.
much for that.
No problem, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for being here with me. You can stay back after I close so that we can I guess I can answer that question for you. But guys, thank you for being here. We're heading out. We'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow. Remember, you are king. You are the man in power. Life is good. Stay in your alpha state. Stay in your unbreakable, unshakable self-confidence, indomitable willpower, and a strong sense of direction. That's what women submit to. That's what women respect.
Right.
And the next step is to keep her in her domain, which is her emotions and feelings, and life will be good, and you'll have a better experience with women. Right. Your last words, brother, and then we'll take it away.
Last words, everybody. Have a great Thursday evening. Go back and rewind this video as many times as you need to. Take these words to heart. Brother is doing the work that will save your life if you allow him to. If you listen, okay? Let's stop being hard-headed, you guys. Listen to this brother. When we find a man who has knowledge and wisdom, we need to humble ourselves and we need to listen. Take instruction. It'll be the best thing that ever happened to us. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. I thank you guys for letting me come out hang out with you guys. And Man Superpower, shout out to you. Thank you for the work you're doing, brother.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, namaste.
Yeah.
Until next time.